Hey, I'm Shelby Rollins with MasterVocal.com. Today we are talking about your vocal break. What is the vocal break? Well, this is a term, and really only one term, that's used to describe a phenomenon in our voice where we transition from one place to another place. But a lot of terms are used to describe this spot. If you're from a Italian classical opera history, then you might call this the passaggio. If you are thinking about it from another vantage point, then you might call it your bridge, which is actually a term that I use quite often. Where is the bridge in your voice? You might be surprised to find out that all men and all women basically have the same bridge places. Think about it like this. A bridge connects two separate bodies of land, right? There's a bridge that goes over from one thing to another, usually over a body of water. Now, if you were to think of one side of the bridge being your chest voice, which by the way is your speaking voice register, and the other side of that bridge being your head voice, which is really the higher areas of your range. Some people call this the falsetto. Some people call it head voice, which technically are two different things. But the bridge is the thing that brings it together. And some people have a broken bridge and they can't very efficiently cross from one side to the other. The good news is you can repair it. You can connect the two things. You can learn how to take your voice from chest to head or from head voice to chest in a connected and seamless fashion, because the reason it breaks is incorrect muscle coordination. There are muscles in the voice that we somehow started recruiting a long time ago that create strain and tension, all sorts of bad stuff in the voice. Well, those muscles are good for certain uses like eating and drinking, but actually not really good for singing because they were never meant to be involved in the singing process. So what we're having to learn to do is disengage the muscles that strain and instead recruit and engage the muscles that connect, the muscles that really are organically designed to be used for the singing process. Those never have to break. The reason the straining muscles break is because they can't go up but to a certain point in your range, because again, not by design. They're not there for that purpose. But if you're using a muscle that is intended for the purpose of singing, it doesn't ever have to let go. There's nothing stopping that muscle from engaging as you ascend and descend throughout your range. When you learn how to activate those muscles, your voice doesn't ever have to break apart. You don't ever have to hear the crack in your voice. Doesn't mean that you're gonna do it perfectly every time, but it does mean that you now have the ability to connect. In my next video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that.